Yeah, we are live. Good morning and good evening and good afternoon from wherever you're watching from. So, welcome to another live session today. My name is Sherin. I have my lovely business partners from all around the globe today to talk about something very, very interesting. Okay, so if nothing changes in 3 years, are you okay with that? Many people, when they consider coming for, starting their own business, many people have concerns like, okay, I'm not a social media person. I don't have money to invest. I don't know if this is right for me. I don't have time. So many excuses in front of us, right? So at that time, I just want to ask you one question. You clicked on our ad thinking that because something is not right in your life, something is you want to change in your life. That is why you were curious to know about this near opportunity. It's this opportunity, right? Can you guys mute? Because there is some echo going on. Um, Deepika and Kaisa, yeah. Yeah. So, and then you keep watching us for years and years. And one thing that I want to ask is like, nothing changes by just watching, just being a spectator. Nothing change, right? And your life situations are going to be the same, okay? If you're already working and you're going to get older, and if the life is hectic and the work is hectic, your work is not getting going to get any lighter and you are not getting any younger either, right? And the situations are same. And I was surprised, like, when I was working in critical care, uh, by being a good nurse you will be getting a paycheck rise for like one less than €1, $1 a year, like, just in return of your hard work. And is that enough for your increased cost of living? And how about your health? If your health, you're getting tired and you're actually losing yourself, you're becoming insane, your kids are getting older, and you don't have any extra stream of income, you still are picking up extra shift so to meet up that need. And here we are presenting an amazing opportunity in front of you, which is able to change your life, right? This changed my life. This changed all of our life, And how did this change my life? I was a critical care RN for 22 years, nursing, very passionate nurse, studied from Trivandrum College of Nursing, and then I'm a master's degree holder. But I started this business as in a side for 5 years, 5 years back, just looking for maybe $500,000 extra. But this business has created like multiple streams of my income as a nurse in US as a side. How wonderful is that, right? I was never looking for that kind of, I never thought that it's going to be like the business with this much potential, but this was the potential and it has absolutely changed my life. How? Last year I completely quit my job and I'm doing this business full time from home, right? And still not like looking for that monthly paycheck. And by God's grace, we are having an amazing life. This is the exact opportunity that we are presenting in front of you, right? So today's topic is all about, like, think about your own life right now. If nothing changes in 3 to 5 years, are you okay with that? Right? So today's discussion, the people joining with me today is Dr. Lena from UK, Seema from Ireland, Deepika from UK, and Priya from US. So welcome and congratulations for joining me today, guys. So over to Dr. Lena. What do you want to say about this opportunity? I mean, this question, this particular question. And also, please do introduce yourself to our audience and tell us why you think that this was a perfect opportunity for you being a busy consultant in UK.
Thank you, Sherin, and lovely to connect with everybody again to have an interesting discussion. I'm really looking forward to listening to everyone as well. So, as Sherin says, I'm Dr. Leena. I'm a public health consultant based in the UK. I moved from Mumbai to the UK 25 years ago. I'm a graduate of one of the medical colleges from Mumbai. And I came to the UK obviously in search of a better life, and I specialized in public health, which is communicable disease control. And my specialty has been really busy, demanding, and a very hectic kind of work schedule as well. And in the recent years, the work became so demanding that it really left very little time for myself, or like quality time to enjoy special, moments with family. And I felt like constantly missing out on, the family moments. At the same time, we are all very passionate professionals, so we also want to give justice and give 100% to our work and the jobs that we are very we've chosen that career path. But as I started to look at my future years, I couldn't really envisage a future where I was constantly like working beyond even the 9 to 5 grind, and not having any time for myself or any balance, between choosing what I love to do outside of work versus work. And so it kind of became a choice between whether I continue working in this way full time, or I try and achieve a better balance in my life. And so, as we are discussing, if nothing changes in 3 years, where would that be? And I'm particularly focusing on the time freedom. As you said, as consultant, I'm by God's grace, I have a good salary. At the same time, though, that doesn't leave me any time, to any flexibility to enjoy life to the full potential. And I feel like I'm very poor on time, in a sense, the availability of good quality time with my family. And I have many hobbies which I have really, I would say, parked in a way, like, maybe later. Like, I enjoy painting, and it's such a hobby that requires, you to really switch off. You have to focus on your work, and it gives me real pleasure. But I was not having any time to do that. Or even things like reading a book, I felt like many years, I'm not remembering any time when I read one book from start to finish without having any time to really enjoy and be fully present in that moment. So I couldn't, see that. And my fear was, if nothing changes now, if I don't take any steps, when I already find I'm seeing signs of burnout in myself, and I can see that if I don't change anything, my future is just going to be like how it was 10 years ago. And that really made me sit up and really reflect on, how do I want my future to look like? Do I feel comfortable going into, the next 3 or 5 years in the same pace? And it was absolutely not something I was looking forward to. The pace that I was working was not sustainable. I didn't have any balance. I wanted to slow down a little bit at this point. I'm 50 plus, and I wanted to slow down at this point in my career. And I couldn't see any way out, because even though, I can't complain. I'm very grateful for the job, the qualification, the education training I've had, and the work that I've been able to do. But that doesn't give me that time, quality time to enjoy when I can enjoy it most. There's no point me going into retirement and then thinking, and then I may not be able to enjoy things that I would probably be able to do now. So thinking of that, I felt like I needed to create that space, that balance, um, and the time freedom in my life. The way I could do it, obviously, was, I can't, like, so I have liabilities and obligations. In a sense, we have from family responsibilities and a mortgage and other things, and I can't suddenly cut down on my work. So I needed to find something that I could, create that second kind of source of income, which was flexible, which would fit in my busy schedule, which wouldn't really add more to my burden and workload, and that there was full support for somebody like me who could learn new skills at this stage. And so, looking at that, I felt like I have to change because I want to change. Nobody was forcing me. I could have carried on doing my job, and I could have got my salary would have continued. But at the same time, the opportunity cost for me was the cost of my health also, because I didn't have time to actually um, you know slow down, do things like going for walks in nature or going to the gym or doing yoga or whatever. So I needed to do that change for myself. And I think I was looking at, if I don't change something now, I'm going to be living this life until retirement. And that was not something I was looking forward to. So I'm very grateful to, you know, people who, showed me this opportunity, and the team that uplifts and supports me in this journey. We are a very helpful bunch of people who understand what real life struggles are for people, no matter what your background is. And I feel I feel alignment now in terms of where I am. And I absolutely feel, and I'm convinced, this is the right you know path for people like me, who are looking to substitute you know um, their income in a way that's flexible, legitimate, and is still rewarding, and can give you that balance in life. So that was what I was looking for, Sherin, when I came across this opportunity.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Lena. So when we are all like smaller, like everybody, all the parents ask our kids, their kids, like, what do you want to become? I want to become a doctor, right? And Dr. Lena is talking from that point of where we all dreamed to become in one of a stage of our life, and now she's in the pinnacle of her profession, not just being a doctor, being a consultant, and now still she's looking for time freedom. That is something that so that we need to have like deep attention into it, like sometimes before, like maybe in our younger age, and we all think that when we have money we will have that freedom. That is something that we all have to understand. Not always the money will give you freedom, right? You may have a lot of money, you may be earning a lot of money, like being a doctor, being a nurse, being an IT professional, probably you'll earn a lot of money. But what's the point of having that money if you don't have that time to spend with your loved ones who is ill, who need your attention, right? And who need their mom or their dad when they're small, right? And the kids are not going to look for you for always. Like, my elder one is like 18 years now. Like, I can really feel there was times like, when my kids were always around me, like, the small kids, like, and they're always chatting and always around me. But now I can see that they're all hiding somewhere, and that's how the kids are actually growing, and they don't enjoy that time with their moms always, like I mean, that's the way that they are growing, right? So the kids, when they look for their mommy, right, you need to be there no matter who you are. You may be a doctor, you may be a nurse, or you may be a manager, you may be a CEO. A mom is a mom. Mom cannot be replaced, or a parent cannot be replaced, right? And so how can we create that? So many people don't even know that, right? So we all think that, okay, when we have, like, when we study well, whatever the society says to us to do, like, do well, study well, go to university, go to get your degrees, and once you're in a good career and you go and do your masters or whatever doctorate, you can become that in the career ladder you can progress. But then one thing I understood was, when you become, like, in nursing, I would say, like, in nursing as a bedside nurse, when you become a CNM level or manager level, and they think that they're lucky, right? And when you're becoming like the top manager, and they still think that, oh, okay, they're becoming luckier, right? And CEO and another luckier. But that's not the fact. That's the career, or the positions that you're holding right now is just like, what do you call, it's a kind of a cycle, like, I mean, you are never going to like get free of, because it's too good to be true. I mean, it's too good, so you have to hold on. But looking back, looking at yourself, looking at your life, did it actually giving you, is it actually giving you what you really want in your life? Is that fulfilling? Except on that floor, yeah, being a boss probably looks good on you, but is that actually giving you what you want? The time with your kids, the time with the things that, as Dr. Lena already mentioned, like, to look after yourself, to go for a walk, to go to gym, to read that book. Do you have that time? Or do you still have to ask permission when you want to go for a holiday? You have a lot of money, but do you have that time, right? And that is one thing that you have to understand. So if you are in a position right now, and if you still think that this is not giving you what you want in your life, do something different. Would you be happy to go the same way that you're going right now for 3 more years or 5 more years, where you will find yourself? That's a question that you need to ask yourself, right? So thank you so much, Dr. Lena. Over to you, Seema. What's your take on this?
Hi, Sherin. Namaste, everyone. As Sherin mentioned it, my name is Seema. So, I just want to go a little bit in the background. So, I come from very lower middle class family, and definitely we all study hard in our life. And I studies because my father was in the army, so I traveled different cities. So, I study in Kendriya Vidyalayas. So I done that, and then I did my bachelor degree, then I did my master degree, and then also I have a 3 years with the college. I have NCC, that's called National Cadet Corps, because my father was in the army officer, my elder brother was in the army officer. So I just see, when I was small child, I just saw them growing like to, like with the discipline, and like, love for your country, like and work for your country. So my dreams are the same, because that's what we grown up, and that's what we saw, like, keep going in the jobs, keep working. And then there is a immigration happen. So being an Indian, I just move in Ireland with my husband as as a spouse. So I came here. So here my life is totally turn around 360-degree angle, like, because every country have education system is different. And then I said, what should I do? And then I start the course for the healthcare assistant, and I study that. And after that I work little while, but then I was pregnant with the children. I have two boys now. I am working in a health sector last for more than 15 years. But time by time I noticed that, like, I'm good in the communication according to my ward, like, they all appreciate you are good in communication. Still I'm more learning though. But they always approach me, go for a further study for a nursing. They approach me, like, go for an activity coordinator. Recently I put the CV, I fill halfway form, and I stop there. So we'll come back to the Lina ji point. Like, Lina ji said, like, I never get time what I really want, what I want to really enjoy. I think it's a human nature. When we cross 40, 50, then we just little bit like quiet and think about that, how much hard work we did, and we are still going on. It's nothing changing, like, our hard work is going more harder and more harder, but we are not getting younger, we are getting older. We're not even able to do the things we love it. That's the unfortunately that. And then your kids are front of you. You always think being a parent for your kids, like, they are growing, fulfill their wishes, fulfill their dreams, but where are you? Like, you just lost yourself. So I get lots of opportunities. My admins, my nursing admins, my CNM, they always approach me, they always push me, go for further study, you are good, you are able to do that. But I was after 40 when I start this business. I just put the full stop on every further studies. Why? Because it's not going to change my life. It's only that Shirin said you will be earning little bit extra, like, but if you see whole year, you are reaching nowhere. You are more hectic, you're working more hours, you are running away from your kids far, you're not able to give time to them. And then you have a family in the back home. So that's another thing. Like, for this income we are running, like, we are doing 39 hours, sometimes we are doing overtime, we are doing night shift for earning extra income. But you have to think there, after getting extra hours overtime, what you are paying for that, your family time, your children time. And that's the most important key in our life. My children as well growing fast, like, they are teenager now. So when they are small, so we always do opposite shift. One parent is always there, but one is always missing the, like, their milestones, like, when they go football, after that. But once I come in this business, then I realized what is the importance of the time, why I was running like, behind the job, like, I have to go study more further, like, Dr. Lena is here, she's a consultant, like, imagine a doctor is saying like these things, like, this business is the full stop for her, because this business can give her time freedom, she can travel, she can paint. Like, I love the painting as well, because I study fine arts as well 3 years in the college. I remember before, like, I got a canvas, and the canvas was lying in my shed 7 8 years. I never get time to do it, and I always say I will do it, I will do it, but it's never come time. But after I start this business, I never do any overtime, never do any extra shift. I have a time, like, lots of time they ask me to come for overtime. I said no, I'm sorry. I feel bad to say no because they are stuck, but I said no, because if I spend 12 hours in the shift, instead of I will spend 1 or 2 hours in my business, that's brilliant for me. The results give the turn back or results are brilliant in this business. I'm in this business 3 years so far. I can see the person I am today, I was not like before. I can talk, I can mentor people, I know about the business. Even I don't have any technical background, no business background, but still I can run this business. So that's the beauty about this business. Lots of people, like, recently I got lots of inquiries. People said, hope is not a scam. So you can see here, Dr. Lena, consultant here. Sherin is a nurse here, and she recently quit her job. So imagine, can somebody can quit their job? No. And you can see Deepika is there. She's also a nurse. I can read there. I don't know about Priya, but we're going to talk to Priya soon. But you can see all the professionals are here. So why they are that good job they are doing, and they are doing this business. So I will leave it here with you all who is watching us now and who are going to watch the replay. You need to think about that. What is the reason why we are professional? We are not doing extra shift. We are not studying further. Why we are spending this time on this business? So that's, I will finish here because we have another business partner. We need to listen to them as well. Over to you, Shirin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seema. What a beautiful story! What a beautiful story! I never knew that you can paint and you are an artist. Oh wow, amazing! I want to see your art one day. Amazing, amazing, Seema. So that's one thing that I want to ask yourself. Okay, if you don't have time, you are earning money. If you don't have time for your kids, for the things that you want to do, okay, and what's the solution? Like, in when I was working as an RN, I know that in US, like, many time, like, at the time of the career, we all think that, okay, I want to become a nurse, right? So then once I want to become a nurse, then I want to go outside and I want to go to America and earn a lot of money. We all know only about it, right? Once you are on the floor and you know that many times, lot of there is not a single day that they don't want an overtime. Like, I mean, they are all that's always offered, like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. But by God's grace, I never picked up an extra shift because I knew this business was actually creating much more income than my overtime shift. For me, I'm a mom. For me, my time or my money is my children, right? And time with them to cook them like good food, like, fresh food, and that's what I want, right? And yeah, so that's what we are providing. So you are providing, you're getting. If I am saying as an RN, you can earn like much more money than picking up the overtime shift. I have so many people in our community who stopped picking up extra shift, like, while being in this business 2 to 3 months and so, right? And there are so many people who became part-time. So there are so many job quitters in our community. I know, like, there are a lot of people. I know I heard a lot of stories that people don't like to go for work, like, because the bad working environment, like, unsupportive colleagues, and that annoying boss, whatever that reason is, people don't want to go for a job. They cry before they get into the workplace and things like that, like in the work pressure, in many many ways, right? But then people still want to go for a job. Why? There is no choice. But what I'm telling you, what we are presenting in front of you is a choice for you to have a choice, right? Your work should never become your obligation, or you have, there is no other choice. But if you want to go for work, the only reason that you go for work is not for money, but because you love your job, right? But and we are giving you an option in front of you which can replace your monthly salary or multiply your monthly salary. So then you don't have to depend on that job anymore, right? So when you hear that, sometimes you think that, oh, this is too good to be true. They are saying something wrong, But guys, we are all showing our face in front of you, and we are saying that this is an opportunity for you. Okay. And thank you so much, Seema, for sharing your story. Over to you, Priya, now. Priya, can you please introduce yourself and also do let our people know what's your take on it? Why don't you want to stay in where you are right now for another 3 to 5 years?
Thank you, Sherin. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity today. I'm so excited to meet all the other mates here, our business partners here. Let me introduce myself. I am Priya Anand. I am residing in New Jersey, working as a billing coordinator in healthcare sector. So, as everyone told, I do have a why, and I do have a reason to be in this business. So here we recently came to means we came to US 3 years before, and as you all know, to coming to a foreign country, we will be carrying so many dreams and beliefs that we will go abroad and will be settled very soon with whatever we have, the job, everything. We will be seeing all the dreams and coming here to a foreign country. But all of you will be having the experience that it's not true. It's not as you see from other side. To coming up to a foreign country and settling down, it takes too much of our extra time, our health, and our we have to just work really hard to make our living here in a foreign country, right? So we when we moved here, as we have no experience of our backgrounds, or for especially for me, I was doing medical transcription there. So when I came here, I saw that all the were like transcription jobs were given to, like, it was a stream to India itself in cheaper rates. So I was like, oh my God, so what is next? Thankfully, I did coding and billing course there while I was in India, and just I came here. So whatever I was offered was at a baseline of pay, and because we need to have our experience here. Other than that, people won't pay, the companies won't pay higher. So we and my husband, even he started as he was doing business there, and he also needed experience here if he has to join in IT field or firms. So all were asking for experience in US. So we had to join companies, and we had to do the work at a very baseline of the salary. And as you know, when we do that, it's a very we are getting very baseline of salary. Nothing will be enough by the end of the month. We will have to do extra overtime, or we have to go out for any part-time jobs. So it is like a very full struggle here to make up our livings. Cost of living also is like bills every day comes up with higher rates, but our salary isn't going up as we think. So that was the main reason that I had to look for another stream of income. Also, I have a daughter who is going just joined college this year. So that also, as you can imagine, college here is not as cheap, or the fees is not that much less as we have there in India or any other part of the countries. So that also is a main reason I had to look for an extra income. And also the main thing is I was looking for part-time jobs outside, so that, as you all told, we will be having all only less time with our family altogether. 9 to 5 job. Other than that, if we are going out for a part-time job, then we will lose the whole quality time with our family also. So that's why I checked for anything which we can do for ourselves, sitting at home, especially at our flexible times with pockets of time. spending quality time with our family. And so, like, this business offers that flexibility, and also the extra, like the very promising reward or the outcome of this business. That's what I was attracted to this. And so you on this, coming to this topic of this chat today, is like, if nothing changes in 3 years of our life, as I told, now this is the third year in US. I have experienced all the kind of what do you call, our losses or the pain we have to go for every day-to-day living. So if I am continuing like this for another 3 years, I can't even imagine. Something should change at my like in our something there should be there to change our life in case of our earnings, and about our health, everything. Because if we are doing overtime and as we are coming at this age to a foreign country, age is very, like, it's a very pointing factor. When we come at this age, we don't have that health to go out for work, extra, taking extra shift and all. And also my daughter is also having, she is in a stage that as a mother I have to spend more time, and at this age also. So I was like, checking for many other options also, options, but I couldn't find anything better than this business. As I told, it is giving the flexible time. And also one thing that I have to tell to the audience, whoever is listening, business means always be female, especially women will be, we are having a thought that, oh, how we can do business, or is that will suit us, or no, we don't have any technical knowledge, or we don't have any kind of social media access or anything. But this business offers everything, like the, even you are, even this for example, we are speaking in live in here, sitting with our colleagues and all, like with our teammates. So this and all is a added point or the plus point of this business, that if you don't have any kind of technical knowledge, if you don't have any kind of social media experience and all, we will be trained with all that from the base level, which is a very attractive point of this business, that anyone can do at their own flexible time, at their own home, spending quality time with their children. And this is what I have to tell about this business. And if we are not taking decision like this, when we are stuck in our life, we have to take some stern decision one in our life, because only we will do that, no one else can do that for us. And also, if we are going for any other part-time job to any other 9 to 5 or any other firms, that firm will grow, not us. So business doing, when we are doing our own business, we are the one who has control on our own life, and we can change it to whatever level we want, right? So that is the main attraction of the business.
Wow, thank you so much, Priya. Like, a lot of good points that you mentioned here. Like, when you are picking up extra shift, or you are picking up another job, like, you are just an employee. You're growing another institution, not you. And still, doesn't matter. Like, if you are not. When I was talking to one of my clients today, and she was saying, like, she was in the hospital for, like, she got a big house, being an immigrant, bought a big house and everything. But at the end of the day, she's in the hospital, like, 5 to 6 days a week. Can you imagine, like, having a good house and unable to stay in that house, and how bad that is, right? So, like, what would have been the situation, like, if you had a second stream of income that you can do from home, right? You can still stay in your beautiful home, right? And that is what we are missing in here, like, like, as Priya already mentioned, like, Priya's big why was her child going into the college, right? In America and all, like, we always wanted to have, like, some degree from America, but when we come to America, we understand people are actually paying a lot of money for education. I never knew that education is going to be this costly until I come to this country, and yeah, so I mean, by the end of the day, like, if there are loans and everything is available, but if you are most of the time, if you are taking a loan, like, if your children are taking a loan, they will be coming out like huge debt as a student, that they will be paying years, paying off that debt, right? So many time, like, if parents, if they have a job and all, what they do is, they pay for them like in a huge amount of money. Again, they are sacrificing their time. And imagine if you don't have a second stream of income, and you will be like in the hospital, or wherever you're working, you will be staying there forever without seeing your children, for whom you think that you're working hard for, right? What an irony, right? So yeah, that's what we want to say. Like, this is an opportunity where you can stay home with your loved ones, in your lovely home that you actually bought with lot of dreams to stay in, and can have peace of mind, can have a work life balance by being in this opportunity, because it's flexible and rewarding. This is not some other opportunity where you can't even pay your bills. You can easily pay your mortgage if you are in this opportunity. You can, if you want, you can quit your job if you are in this opportunity, and that's how good our opportunity is. And that's what we are providing to you. Okay, so thank you so much, Priya, and over to you, Deepika. Can you please introduce yourself, and also what's your thoughts on it?
Thank you so much, Sherin, giving this amazing opportunity. Also, I'm so happy to be with my fellow business partners. My name is Deepika, and I have been living in the UK last 20 years with my family. By profession, I'm a nurse, and I got one son who just started university studies. So today I got a very amazing topic to talk with you, because if my work schedule stay another 3 years, what will happen? What will happen to my health condition? So as a nurse, I work night duty, extra shift, long hours, more than 20 years. So mentally and physically, I'm draining. So sometimes I was so exhausted. So I know if I continue another 3 years, it will be more worse. So I know definitely it will affect to my health condition. That is the reason I want to start this business, because I know it will get more benefits in future. So in the other hand, our life is so uncertain. Sometimes unexpected health problems can happen. So in that case, we have to sometimes we have to go long term sick. So then sometimes we will get sick pay, but that is maybe limited. So it will be not enough to continue our family expenses. So that is why I think everybody should have a plan B. No need to wait until any crisis comes. So when 3 years, 2 years comes, we got another extra stream of income. Not only that, sometimes we may be so stable in that time. So now we can get a decision, either we are going to part time, or like Sherin, we can quit the jobs. Otherwise, uh, yeah, we can do it like that. Then we can enjoy with our family. So also we can look after our health condition. So that is the beauty of this business. So if you start plan B now, in the future you can have a peace of mind. So that is the thing I have to tell about my health condition. So over to you, Sherin.
Thank you so much, Deepika. So you are right. Like, I mean, as a, not only a doctor, a nurse, or whoever that is, like, I mean, nowadays the work pressure is like so huge, like, no matter where you're working. So when I started my work as a nurse, and I thought like the people who are doing computer job, like IT professionals, are having like amazing life. I thought like, oh, why didn't I think about it before? And they're earning a lot of money. And that's what I was thinking. But as a business coach, I started taking coaching calls of people from around the globe, like IT professionals, software engineers, and the way that they are talking about their profession, it's unbelievable, right? They are going through like a lot of work pressure, layoffs, you name it. They are not. I thought that was not the dream job that I wanted to have. So apparently they are actually carrying their job all through their life. So I mean, there is no, many people are actually working from home, but then again you will be ended up being on the computer 24/7 like that. And that is how it is again. But that is sometimes people will think, okay, being online business owners, we will be also spending a lot of time, right? But the thing is that while being an online business owner, you are building your own business. You are building your own empire, not somebody else's empire, right? And the difference, and our business is a pensionable business. So if you work hard for some time, you can actually get a pension, and there is no age limit for that. So in your job, you have to work like 65, 70 years to get that pension level, which is mostly much lesser than what you're earning right now. So you're waiting to enjoy your life after your retirement with the less money. How it's going to serve your life purpose, and all of a sudden everything finish, and then you realize, I never lived. The only place I went was the workplace, nowhere else. And that is what it is, right? So here we have an opportunity where you can have money, and you have time freedom and financial freedom, guys. Okay, so thank you so much, Deepika. And Kaisa, are you there? I can't see you anymore.
Yeah,
Kaisa, I cannot
yes,
hear.
I'm here.
I cannot see you. Your camera
I'm
is off.
here.
Can
My
anyone
camera
else?
is on. I can see.
Yeah, I cannot see you.
You can't
Anyway,
see me?
no, none of us can see you.
Oh,
But anyway, that's okay. Kaisa, can you please introduce yourself, and also do let our people know what do you think? Why would this? What will this? What if you didn't pick up this opportunity and you stayed where you were, and what will cost you?
yeah. Okay. Thank you for having me today. My name is Kaisa. I live in New Zealand, originally from northeast of India. I am a hairdresser. When I moved to the country, I came with a bit hope and a bit dream, and I'm truly grateful for the country, for the beautiful place and a safe place for my children to grow that I could only dream of. But when I had kids, everything changed. Becoming a mom was the greatest blessing, but I became the schedule, the timing that have changed everything in my life. Because when I had my first boy, I didn't realize how overwhelming it could be with the shift of my job that I'm doing 9 to 5. I finish 9 to 5:30, and that means I have to drop off my kids before my work. So I have to race back to my work, then keep him after till 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then pick him up from daycare, and I come back home, rushing and cooking dinner, and only time we just cook, eat, and go to sleep. And then the same thing just repeat the same time. And then I have to work weekend because the hairdressing is demand to work weekends and one late night. That means I missed out all the precious moment weekends with my children. So I live with so much of depression and regret of the first year of missing my children milestone. So I never wanted to repeat that. So I decided myself I'm not going to repeat that again if I ever have another child. So I'm blessed with another child, and then in lockdown, and then I had the opportunity to study online. That's how I become healthcare assistant, and then I choose to work in a night shift just because I didn't want her to do the same thing of keeping them in the daycare the whole day, and I have never had any time to my children. So now I was doing this now for 5 years, and I was wishing that when my both kids go to school, my schedule will be different. But nothing changed because after the started school, there was more activities they have to do after school, lots of other classes, and I could never go back to hairdressing, and I could never able to do another job that and never could never able to find any opportunity that allows me to be present mom and still contributing to my family. So I explore every options with little options, and I came across this online business, and that promised me flexibility. And then the only way I was making extra money was picking up extra shifts, because every time there's less staff because call sick, or because the healthcare facility is that 24/7 you need staff, and they can't operate without enough staff, so they always offer extra shift, or they even offer to study more, so you will increase pay. So I only noticed $2 increase from the last 5 years in my salary. And if I wait there and continue and study more and level up one more level, I'm going to get increased for $2. But what I've seen is our house mortgages, the insurance, the groceries, the kids' activities, everything went up even more than double, the triple. And if I keep waiting every year, that okay, waiting for $2 rise in the paycheck, and I can't even imagine how I'm going to keep up with the rate of the inflation that is just rapidly going up. So that's why I know that this business is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not going to sort out all the problem overnight, but I know that it gave me flexibility when I want to work. So I now work in pocket of times. I'm still working in healthcare, but I'm doing pocket of time. I'm still doing hairdressing, which I really love my job, my career, and I have not given up my dream. And I'm building that on the side, but I'm doing this online business because I didn't want it to trade all my time with money, with physically being burnout and missing out my time with my family. So this business gave me the opportunity that I can just do in pocket of time for a busy moms also. And also it gave me a lot of growth, personal growth, that I was missing out all my life. I was non-tech savvy, I was introvert, I was shy. Always lived in my comfort, waiting for everybody's approval. And now I realize that it's time is gone. The world is changed, and I need to take another step to go move ahead. And so this is why I choose to join this online business. I mean, start my own online business, and I'm so grateful because this business allowed me to grow with me. And in over the years, I know that this business can become my plan A instead of being keeping as a side income. So yeah. So if you are waiting like and thinking that what will you have to do it, because after few years like me, my children's the school holiday programs, the after school activities, they are so expensive. They study in a public school, in a very good school, and there's public school is free here, but the extra activities and the it means cost more money, and it means the more activities means need more of my time. So I can't be trading my time, and I can't keep up with my picking up extra shift or working and relying on my job to keep up all the activities that I have to give to my children. So this business gives me perfect time to build on the side, go along with me and grow with me with all my busy schedule. So yeah, so I'm so grateful for that. Yeah, over to you, Shireen.
Thank you so much, Kesa. So what you said was absolutely right. Like, many people ask, like, okay, is this a business that where only females do, right? Um, Reality is that, our founders are males, right? There's so many males in our community who is also doing this business too. But why many of the professionals or the nurses or doctors are doing this business is because of its flexibility. Like, for women, our time, as I already mentioned, like, our money is our kids, the time with our kids, right? So we have nothing more precious than that. So we want to be there. We want to be there for as the present parent. But then, as a woman, what's your opportunities? What are there to for you to go out and work on a business? Again, you're being away from your kids, right? Say, for example, if you're starting a restaurant, like, because you love cooking, and then again you are having like 9 to 5 job, or like 3 long days or 4 long days, then whenever you're off you should be going out to have that restaurant open and running. And your restaurant cannot be like open like that you have to be there all the time. Again, that may give you money on a long run, But would that give you time freedom? That's a question that you want to ask. So if you are watching us and think that, okay, what this business opportunity will cost me, like, is it too expensive for me? Is it too much to be on my credit card? If you're ever thinking like that, think about this. You have to understand what's the difference in between having asset or liability, right? So when you are investing on a business, you're actually investing on yourself. You're investing on future. It's not as if you're spending money. It's not a bad debt. There are some, like, good debt and bad debt. So the bad debt is like, when you go for, to buy expensive car, it's not going to give you any money back, right? You're actually spending that money. That's a bad debt, even if you are enjoying that car, right? But you are investing on a business, it's not a debt, it's an investment. That's what you have to understand, because it's going to like multiply. If you're working on the business, it's going to multiply, right? And uh, and what are your options if you are already working? If you're already working, you can't leave that job right now because you are the breadwinner of the family, and you have to you have to have that monthly income until, if you're creating a side stream of income and you start earning, then you can think about what you want to do with your full-time job, right? But that's not the story if you're actually trying to do something else, which will not give you like time freedom, maybe financial freedom in the future, by taking so many years of you being away from your family, away from your kids. That is how our opportunity is unique to you, that you can do with the full-time job. As already Kaisa mentioned, hairdressing is her passion. She don't have to leave that job, to have to enroll in this opportunity. Like, she can do with the pockets of time as a side hustle until she feel that, okay, this opportunity is stable enough, and I can actually do what I want to do with my full-time job. If I no longer want to do, or if Kaisa is actually getting very older, and then she think that, okay, I don't want to, like, stand up long time. Of course, hairdressing is like long time standing, right? So if she ever have a health condition, she's actually building something very solid in the side, that she has choice what she want to do with her full-time job, right? And that's the flexibility. So if you ever think that this opportunity is very expensive, I want to ask you a question. What's the cost of you not starting now? Is that your children? Is that the time with your children? Is that your health? Or is that your own dreams? So think about it. Okay. So if you ever think that, okay, I don't want to live this life anymore for another 3 to 5 years, connect to any of us, and we will be happy to handhold you to this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you guys for joining, and see you another time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Sherin and everyone.
Thank you.